Coming up next is a woman who thinks that the portrayal of women in media is a bit off. So she's going to talk about the portrayal of gender in media, advertising, and communications, because she believes that women, when it comes to advertising, and you can see she's from EABL, that we don't portray women as people who buy drinks. We portray them as people who are supposed to be bought for drinks. And she thinks that that needs to change. And if women are being independent, then the advertising should reflect this as well. So I'm introducing Waithera Kabiru, the head of Media Futures at EABL.
My name is Waithera Kabiru, head of Media Futures at EABL. I'm also the Progressive Portrayal Champion for EABL. Let me start by sharing with you our performance ambition. It's to create the best performing, most trusted and respected consumer products company in the world. And through that, to create the most inclusive and diverse culture that enables all our people to thrive, shaping marketing leading policies and practices. So what is progressive portrayal? It is a deliberate Diageo agenda pursued around the world, and we're proud to take it up in EABL. Progressive portrayal has 3 pillars upon which we want to create a shift from where we are in media, advertising, and entertainment. The first pillar is around creative excellence. It's investing in creating work that step changes gender representation across our business. Secondly, it's about what happens behind the camera, so driving and accelerating the number of women in our creative agencies and production partners. And finally, it's around media. Step changing tomorrow's media landscape today through media investment activism. I'm very proud to announce that EABL and Diageo has committed 5% of our media investment towards progressive media this financial year and year on year going forward. So, progressive portrayal is more than simply ensuring different types of people and ethnic backgrounds are featured in our communications. There are 4 key elements around stereotyping. The first one is around representation. Who is there, who is in the ad, who gets to speak? The second one is around perspective. Who directs our attention? Who is behind the camera? The third is around agency. How do the characters behave? And the fourth is around characterization. What is the character's backstory? By implementing these 4 key pillars in our communication, we'll ensure that we're getting rid of unconscious biases that we all hold. Why is this so important to us at EABL? Well, for one, like I've highlighted, it must be a deliberate effort for us to be bold about this progressive gender portrayal agenda. And we must do it if we want to remain true to our performance ambition. Across the world and through the millennia, culture has been shaped by the stories we tell. And if you think about it, advertising is telling stories that's backed by billions of dollars to have them heard. I believe we can make gender equality normal in what we choose to show in our ads and who we choose to make them. We strongly believe that diverse teams create all kinds of different stories which portray men and women as they really are, stories that are eminently relatable. So we know at EABL we have a lot of work to do. We have started this journey with the Tasker Milele campaign, which actually took on a very progressive approach, implementing the 4 key pillars that I mentioned earlier. In closing, I just want to remind everyone that brilliant work depicts people in real, authentic, and progressive ways, as opposed to relying on lazy stereotyping, which can make certain groups feel misrepresented and disenfranchised. Through our brands, we can promote a vibrant and inclusive society. So as I wind up, I want us to individually each consider, what will you do differently as a result of what you've heard today, in your job or in your school? How will you change your ways of working? If you're in marketing, how will your conversations with your agencies change? Are there other people you work with or go to school with who need to understand this agenda? And if so, how do we amplify this more? Together, we can change the context, and we can ensure all media treats all equally and represents the views and experiences of what our society looks like. Thank you.